stand back. How do you get it? It's not as nasty as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah?
It's still pretty gross, but...
Just hold it, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay. I know nothing about plumbing, so I decided it's time I learn. And after all, plumbing is a huge part of the remodeling process. So I signed up with the gang at Auger. They call themselves the Gentlemen Plumbers, and I found out exactly what it takes to be one. Hey, you must be Bram.
I am.
I'm Sue. Nice to meet you.
Hey, good to meet you too.
I'm here to work. I think that I'm a perfect fit to be a plumber.
Perfect. Well, we'll see. We'll see about that, I guess.
You think so?
Now, a few things to be the Auger gentleman plumber.
Yep.
Or I guess in your case, a gentlewoman plumber.
True enough, true enough.
We got to do a couple things. Get you a uniform.
Okay.
Criminal background check.
Yes.
And drug test.
Oh,
yeah.
I think we can do all that.
You pass?
I think, yeah, we're good. We're
Okay,
good to
good
go.
deal. All right.
All right.
Deal. Well, let's get you with your uniform first.
Love it.
I got that.
Nice touch,
Got the nice
Bram.
little tie for you.
Beautiful,
And,
the pink, thank you.
Well, you know what to do with that.
I think I do, yeah.
All right.
Should I just go?
Yeah, it's just around the corner.
Okay.
To the right.
I'll be back.
All right, see you then.
Thanks.
All right.
Apparently the days of butt cracks and greasy plumbers are over. Just like all of their employees, I had to go and take a drug test and have a criminal background check done as well before I could even put my uniform on.
So customers need to know that not all plumbing companies are the same and that they have different options out there. Do they do drug testing? Of course, you know, when you send somebody into your home, you're trusting them. Your home is a lot of people their most personal space. You also want to make sure that they have good standing. Take the time, go through the internet, look and see if you to what kind of information's out there.
I was figuring that all of this had a purpose. Plumbers these days call themselves technicians, and I actually had to sit in on a training session to get myself qualified as a technician. Well, I semi-qualified anyway.
Up. Here's Sue. Up.
Hi, Bram. I'm
Hey,
here.
how's it going, Sue?
Good. How are you guys?
No, we're doing good.
Oh, good.
So everybody, this is Sue. She's, I guess, starting new with us today.
Yeah.
You passed your drug test?
I passed my drug test. I filled out my police check, so I'm good to go.
You're good to go?
I got
All right.
my tie and
I
my
like
uniform.
the tie. There you
Hey,
go.
you like guys?
It matches your eyes.
Thank you very
You
much.
bet.
You guys should all be wearing these, I think.
Before we get going, whenever we have a new employee, we have them stand up and introduce themselves.
Oh.
Tell us experience that they've had in the industry, and we'll see how that is. What they like to do, all those kind of different things.
Let me try and list all that off. I'm Sue DL. I have experience in radio and television. I have an aversion to hair, whether it's my own or anyone else's in the drain, so this is going to be a really interesting experience. The rest of my plumbing experience amounts to I got none.
Yeah, none.
I got none. So I'm hoping you guys can help me out and teach me how to do all the ins and outs of the plumbing job and how to be a gentleman/woman plumber. Bram was very serious about my training. We covered details about all the tools and what was most effective to use in different situations. Now I admit most of it did go over my head, and when it was time to go to work, I was surprised by what Bram had assigned me to do.
All right, Sue, so today we're gonna look at this furnace.
Yep.
We're gonna take out all the components. We've been asked to do a cleaning and inspection, make sure everything's working right. As it gets colder, things can, when they're working hard, they can break down. So we're going to test all the components, do a complete cleaning.
Cleaning?
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, it looks like, let's see, the last time it was done, possibly if this is correct, 2006.
Oh, so it's long overdue.
Yeah.
How often should we have our furnace checked?
Check your furnace about every year to 2 years, depending on how dirty it is and if you...
This one clearly needs to be checked out.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hasn't been done in a while.
Yeah.
We'll also bring in our infrared camera to check the heat exchanger for cracks.
Okay.
And that's
what does that mean if it's cracked?
It's potential of carbon monoxide in the home, which is not a good thing.
Sleep.
You don't think about your furnace until it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so as they get dirty, it decreases the efficiency of your furnace, and so you want to keep up on that to maximize your efficiency of your furnace and prolong the life of the components in it.
So do we get our tools and get
let's get our tools and start taking her apart.
I love taking things apart. I'm not so good at putting them back together, but that's why you're here.
We got your back.
We started the process of inspecting the furnace. First, we had to verify that it was working, that the gas fired up and the blower motor turned on. Then we checked the electrical lines with a voltage meter, turned off the gas, and started taking it apart. How do you even see in there, let alone get in there? You did this on purpose. Oh,
there you go. Nice. Okay. Now, just to verify, you want to, when you loosen that, you're cracking the union, and so you want to just make sure you don't get any gas smell. And so, just to make sure.
We're good.
You're good?
Yep.
All right. We've got two bolts.
Yep.
One right there, and one on the other side there.
Okay.
That we need to loosen off. Take.
I think it came out.
Oops.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing, Brent?
Well, you know, not a good thing. But
well, guess what? It's now free, and we can examine it to see if it's broken.
That's right. Okay, so we've got that. Now we can pull that blower motor out.
Okay.
Get everything out of the way here. All right.
Looks fine after I dropped it on the ground.
Now you can see in here all the cat hair and dog hair and all that kind of stuff.
Feathers and
looks like half a tail or something.
Yeah, it does. I'm scared to pull on that.
So that makes, when you have that dirty, and it makes the efficiency go a lot further down and wear and tear on what we're doing. So we're going to take all that apart here and get that cleaned out.
Okay.
But let's take everything else here first. Let's put that off to the side.
All right.
So what I'm going to do here is to remove this burner. Oh, you want to try and be careful, but as it gets old and probably haven't been taken out since the day it was brand new, those just fit back into a slot back in there.
Okay.
You want to take them out.
So we took out all the burners and vacuumed out the blower motor. I thought we were finished, but it turns out there's a serious problem with some furnaces that can cause a carbon monoxide leak, and we definitely had to check for that.
So now we've got all that done. Now, the last thing that we want to do here is we want to check the heat exchanger.
Okay.
And the heat exchanger is basically a box. And that's where all the combustion happens, and where the gas goes in, heats up that box, and then the blower motor blows good air around that box, takes the heat out of that box, and puts it through our ducts.
House.
Yep. And so it's important that that stays in the box and then goes up your chimney and outside.
Because if it's leaking out, you're not getting the hot air in your house.
Well, you're not getting the hot air in your house, but also the potential of bad gases that could possibly be in there, like CO.
So is that where you get the carbon monoxide leaks from?
That's correct. Yeah,
Okay.
if that box isn't sealed properly, cracks or things like that are in there, then that's where you can run into problems. One thing I do find, just mentioned about CO detectors, is a lot of people have a CO detector in their furnace room.
Yep.
Well, where that gas is getting put through is actually up in the house.
So really, it's not doing much good down
Not doing too much good here. Recommend, or even code says that it needs to be within 5 meters of every bedroom.
Okay.
And so.
And down low, right? Not up high? Is it supposed to be down low?
It can be anywhere.
Okay, fair enough. How do we check something like that, though?
So we've got what we call an infrared high definition camera, and what we do is we put it in there and check the inside of the box and make sure that there's no cracks or anything. And you can do that. Now on this typical model, when you've done a lot, you know where to look for on the cracks. On this typical model, it's right at the back, and just as it starts to bend up, usually is right there for that. So let's take a look here. So let's focus that. Focus. So let's bring it back.
That?
Yeah.
That's a crack.
That's a crack, yeah. So at this point, you want to make the customer aware of what's going on and the potential possibilities. But yeah, so that's something that's not good.
So when you find these cracks, at this point, you know.
Yeah, you know
you're going
that
to be replacing this furnace.
You need to be replacing the furnace. Yeah.
This really impressed upon me how important it is for you to have a professional inspect your furnace. Until this day, I'd never even heard of a cracked heat exchanger. The next morning, Bram took me out to a customer's home, someone who was having problems with a clogged toilet.
The toilet upstairs is backing up.
Yeah.
And so following these sewer lines down tells me that we've probably got a main line sewer backup. Just to verify that, we're going to crack that, and if water is coming out of there, we know that it definitely is, and so we're going to check that. A couple things you want to remember is water runs downhill.
Yes.
And don't lick your fingers.
Oh, really, Bram? Do you always go to the place where it runs out, or the lowest point in the house?
Yep, there's a clean out. There should be a clean out where it exits the home.
Okay.
And we always try and find one to clean out. It's not always accessible. Sometimes people put carpet or tiling over top of it.
Yeah, because it's usually in the floor.
Yeah, it's usually in the floor. This one's a little bit different. It's going out the side of the wall. Just how it was made.
Is this better or is this worse for you and I?
It's going to be a lot worse because we're up top, and as things come splashing out, the gravity takes effect, and
awesome. Okay.
and we'll have to watch it out.
I'm really excited then. Okay, let's go get some equipment because I know you probably have stuff you need, and I know there's stuff that I need for this.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Okay, Brad, I've got my equipment. Ready to go.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, this is what you wear.
Yeah, you can take that off.
This?
Yeah, sure. You might want to have that on, because I'm going to let you take this cap off.
Is it like, you know, an ocean wave that's going to come out,
if you take the cap off quick, or sometimes it lets go, but as long as you keep the cap on, you'll be good.
Okay.
And just be careful.
I don't believe you so much.
No, well,
Bram pulled out a shop vac to capture the water that would come out of the sewage line. My job was to unscrew the cap.
okay. Maybe a little bit slower. You're going to get a face full.
Really?
Well, a little bit slower. Come on. All right.
Woo! So technically that's how not to do it.
Yeah, that's how not to do it.
Gotcha.
You'd want to do a little bit slower. It takes probably about a 20-minute process to get all that water drained out. Yeah. Now we had to auger out a block pipe, and that meant hauling a very large and heavy auger into the basement of the home. So what we have here is an auger machine that is for main lines that cleans out. It's a very powerful machine. Deserves a lot of respect. If you get tangled up in it, it can snap your arm and break some fingers. So we got to be careful about that. Now we have these ties. They're clip-on for a reason. So if something does get up, it goes out and we're safe. So this thing is going down the pipe, and it's going to literally chew through anything that's jammed in there. Yeah, so whatever's blocking it, we don't know what it is right now. Yeah. Usually it's roots, a dip in a line that's got a whole bunch of solids in there. Yeah, solids. Nice way to say it. We don't know exactly what it is right now. And that's kind of the fun. It's something rotten. I know that. Because the smell is really quite something. This goes forward. Yep. And then that's reverse. And then that's neutral. Okay. Okay. So I'll let you control that. All right. Does it pull it? What way does it go? Whatever's blocking it. So when it goes block, it goes out and gets cleared. Sometimes we're able to pull stuff back. Lucky you. Yeah. Ready to go? I'm ready. All right. The mother load. Oh. Whoa. Well, so, mostly roots and stuff, right? Yeah, roots, and looks like we got some more stuff in there too, but just some roots that are in there, and is that fairly typical? Yeah, a lot of roots, especially poplar. People say that the big fir trees don't go down, but they do. You can smell the type of root. I mean, not that you want to smell it, but you can smell, especially when it's pine. It's got that big, strong pine smell. Yeah, so. So you're supposed to get in there and smell it to decipher what exactly it is? I wouldn't. I mean, you might want to say, hey, that tree needs to be. Because I'm going to leave that up to you. How's that? Oh, you got it. Yeah. Okay. Lots. Yum. Yeah. So. What is that? You know, why did I even ask? Yeah, I don't want to know what it is. I think it's just paper towel. It's been down there a while. Oh, there's a little worm in it. Oh. Nasty. Okay, I think we're good. So now we got to camera it. Now you always want to make sure that you camera it, make sure you got everything. Okay. And see what kind of damage these roots did. As the roots get into the joints, they push apart the pipe. And there's things that we can do to prevent that in the future. So, you know, even 15 years ago, we didn't have these tools like this. I remember being a small boy and having to dig up with my dad in his backhoe, just digging here and then digging here, and then finally finding where the problem was. But you could dig up a whole yard by the time. Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. But this has a locator on the end, or a transmitter, so we can locate, see how exactly how deep it is, where it is, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we're looking good there. Well, the main line that we had augered out was now clear, so we moved on to another job in the same house, replacing a hot water tank. So what we've got here, Sue, is today they want us to take out the electric hot water tank and replace it with a natural gas.
More efficient to be a gas?
Yeah, electric is just so much more expensive to run than gas for what we pay for it in Alberta here.
Yep.
So yeah, so we're gonna, first we gotta do, they don't have a floor drain down here, so we're gonna hook up a pump. I brought that down. We're gonna hook it up and
just pump the water right out?
Yep, so.
Easy peasy?
Yeah, just a handy pump here, and I'm just gonna hook it up to the bottom. It saves from making it, taking out bucket after bucket.
Good, because that would take us a long time.
Yeah, this'll probably take about 10 minutes just to pump the whole 40 gallons out.
Oh, it's heavier than I thought it was gonna be. Hang on. All right, let's go there. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, we got the stairs go down. You know what, I'm just gonna go grab some straps so it's a little bit more stable on the dolly. And so just give me a sec.
I'll hold it steady here while you're going.
Okay. Did you get it down already? What happened?
It just went right over the edge. That's not good, is it?
No. All right.
I cannot believe I just did that. Okay. Bram?
Yeah?
Are you mad at me?
You're fired.
We hauled the hot water tank that I dropped back up the stairs and out to the truck. Fortunately, Bram had another hot water tank ready to go in his truck, a vehicle he calls his warehouse on wheels.
So now what we gotta do is we gotta disconnect the water from the hot water tank and the electrical. Now we've shut the electrical off already and loosened it up. So how about you do the water, I'll do the electrical.
Deal.
And
me in the middle.
We'll do that. Yep.
Okay. Again, my gifts of tool handling you're noticing, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We detached the electricity and the water lines and moved out the old tank, and now it was time for me to start playing with fire.
And
we're gonna solder?
We're gonna solder.
I've always wanted to solder.
Yeah.
I love fire.
Yeah, you kind of come across as a fire.
I know, right?
Me.
Yeah, a little bit. In a good way, of course.
In a good way, yeah. All right. Not bad.
Don't put your head anywhere near her, okay?
You can just hold it one place, just kind of at the bottom right down there. Yeah.
Don't want to splash yourself with that.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Okay. All right, so we got that all prepped. Now let's move the new hot water tank into position.
All right.
So what we got done here, we've got it in position. Now we want to hook up the vent first, because that's probably the hardest thing to get.
This is maybe a stupid question, but what's it venting?
So venting is you've got all your combustion, where you've natural gas down in the combustion chamber, and those potentially bad gases are now going up the flue and up the chimney and out. So
check.
That's what we're doing. And now we're just hooking this union to the hot water tank here. And then we want to do a soap test, make sure that everything is good there.
No
There's
leakage.
no bubbles. Yeah. Yeah, that one goes up. That one's going up. This one you want to go up and down. And let's soap test it.
On either side?
Yeah, just everywhere, on every single joint, all the way up to here.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that there's no place
anywhere for it to
for any
show.
bubbles. So anywhere there's a connection. Okay.
Nice.
Awesome. All right, so the gas is done.
Okay.
The venting's done.
Now we need water.
Now we need water.
Running water lines, pure plumbing, and a lot of preparation to be done. We had to buff and score connections, cut pipe, and then prepare it further, all before I could play with fire.
So while you're doing that, I'm just going to go take a break. And,
Fair enough.
just call me when you're done.
Okay, deal.
Sounds good. So now we need the flux. And like I said before, it's an acid that just goes on, cleans it a little bit better, and helps us to draw the solder into the...
My hands are burning! No, they're not really.
I'm melting. So now what we got to do is solder. So you want to take your torch, light it like we did before.
Yep.
And you want to get just hot enough that melts in, and you're just going to dab it on there just to see when that does, and when it does and it starts to flow, then
Spread it
just go
around.
nice and evenly, a steady hand around there and make a nice little
Steady
bead.
hand, I'm not sure about that. But we'll see.
Right.
See, shaky.
Okay, now when it sticks like that, put the torch back on.
Okay.
It's cooled down and it's...
Now how much do you know? Yeah?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Start cooling there now.
Okay, I'm really bad at it.
All right, so we're done. Now the real test. Let's turn the water on.
Okay.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Clean up and we're done.
I think we did a good job together.
I think we did a few minor mishaps and hey, glitches minor.
A little glitch
minor.
here, a little glitch there. No big deal.
Excellent.
Working with Bram had opened my eyes to the skill and discipline needed to be a good plumber. And through all we did, digging through dusty old furnaces, getting sprayed with sewage, destroying that hot water tank, and my making a big mess of the soldering, Bram never stopped smiling. I have a newfound respect for the trade, and clearly Bram and his team deserve to be called technicians and gentlemen plumbers. All right, Bram, I finished cleaning up.
Okay.
I think we're all done for the day.
Yeah, I think so.
Before we go, though, I just wondered, you know, how you thought I did, if you could give me a bit of a report card.
I did?
Yeah.
Well, we did a sewer line.
Yeah.
We did a furnace. And we did the hot water tank. I think you got passing grade on the sewer line.
Okay.
And passing grade on the furnace. Hot water tank, well.
Yeah. Well, on the second one. The first one, we don't even need to mention that.
Let's forget that one. Yeah, so you did good. Did you learn anything?
You know what? I learned a lot. Okay, so I learned that pretty much everything you put down your drain is going to come back out at some point.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have a cracked furnace because that can be dangerous, so you need to check on that. Keep your furnace clean.
Yeah.
Hot water tank, don't drop it down the stairs.
And what about the golden rule of plumbing?
Oh, don't lick your fingers.
Exactly.
I haven't yet. I promise, you know what? I probably never will again in my life just because I know what I touched and what I saw.
Right.
So I'll never ever do it again.
That sounds good.
It was a lot of fun though. I really had a great day. Thank you so much.
Hey, you bet. No, it was fun doing it.
If you ever need me, you know, you're short.
Yeah.
You just call me. I will be your gentlewoman plumber for the day.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Deal.
I'll keep my pink tie and we'll come back and we'll work together again.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, Sue.
Thanks.
You bet.
See you later.
Alrighty.
It's a great day at Action Auger, the Gentleman Plumbers. This is Candice speaking. How can I help you smile today?
Hi Candy, my refrigerator's running and my furnace is running and my toilet's running too and I can't catch them.
Is that you, Sue?
Maybe. Yeah.
Sue, stop calling.
Well, I'm just checking to see. You guys said you answer the phone 24 hours a day, so I just
We are here 24 hours a day, Sue, so we will definitely help you.
I know,
We're
but
not going anywhere.
I'm just checking, just to make sure that you're actually answering the phone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, like, you're going to be there all night long?
All night long. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, well, maybe I'll call you back again.
Okay, Sue.
Oh, okay, bye, Candy.
Okay,
Thanks. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
This episode of Remodel It With Her features the music of She Loom. I'm not working in these conditions, forget it. For more information on this episode, plumbing and HVAC services, visit facebook.com/remodelitwithher.